So let's start with the good recent picks. Okay. So, and I kind of ranked these out. 2015 guard Ali Marpet. That dude was unreal. Just retired. Bucks starting guard, 101 career starts. Stepped in, started week 1, and was a top 5 guard in the NFL. Nasty. He was really, really good for a long time. 2014, and we got to see this guy now. Pick number 61, Allen Robinson, wide receiver, out of Pitt State. He made Blake Bortles look competent. Now he's playing for the Rams. He had over 6,000 yards and 40 touchdowns in his career. I just wish he wasn't in our division. He's a very, very good wide receiver. I was so high on him that year when he came out. 2019, staying with the Rams again. Safety Taylor Rapp, 7 interceptions in 32 games started. I love Washington secondary players so much, and he was up there. Not a fast guy whatsoever, but instincts are good and ball skills are good. 2016 safety Von Bell, 77 career starts with New Orleans and the Cincinnati Bengals, 559 tackles. He's kind of the epitome of the safety linebacker hybrid that kind of just does it all and just flies around and tackles. I thought he'd end up at linebacker eventually, but they kind of like created a new spot for him. That it's fun watching him play. He's not a great covered guy, but he's always around the ball. 2018 DJ Chark, 15 receiving touchdowns, just signed a 1-year, $10 million deal with Detroit. Had some injury issues, but in 2018, I thought he did really, really well. And then in 2020, last year, one of my favorite players, Christian Fulton, out of LSU, 3 interceptions, 19 games started. So that's 2 years ago draft, not last year. I apologize about that. So he's another guy that's been fun there that I thought has done really, really well. Now, worst picks. Here we go. All right. I've only got 3, but I got to talk about this one a little bit more. That's 2013, pick number 61, Eddie Lacy. Now, he was a hit. He was a good running back. He had 20 rushing touchdowns. And in 2, like back-to-back years, he had 20. Like, he was nuts in years 1 and year 2. Then I was laughing so much last night. And if you follow me on Twitter, then you saw some of these. I reposted a lot of his tweets because the dude is freaking hilarious. This is Eddie Lacy. He just got so big. He ate way too much. And his Twitter account, Eddie Lacy, which if you want to go look it up, it's some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen. It's at Lil_Easy_Anna_42. So anyway, just type in Eddie Lacy, it pulls up. These are all exact quotes from his Twitter account. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read them exactly how he typed them. Quote, I keep craving China food, end quote. Next tweet, quote, craving China food again with 6 exclamation points. Next quote, who wants to bring me some China food? And here's another one. This China food I'm about to go get, though. Next one, off to go get some China food. Eben back at the crib for the night for the win. Next one, I want China food. A lot of it, all capital. China food it is. I can't stop thinking about China food. Shake my head. China food stop, then finally back to my room. Hashtag long day. I'm about to go get some China food. Smile face emoji. Maybe China food. Then I'm coming back to clean this room since I did yesterday. Like, this dude, Chinese food is his jam, and I love the fact that he keeps calling it China food. And that's over the course of several years. So I'm sure somebody has corrected him, but it didn't matter. Stay strong. Eddie Lacy with the China food. I almost wanted to title this China food and the number 61 overall pick, but I love me some Eddie Lacy, man. That dude cracks me up. Some other recent bad picks. 2017, Josh Jones, NC State safety. He's been on 5 teams in 5 years. Just not a quality, starter, and just kind of bouncing around. He's probably going to be out of the NFL very, very soon. And last year, which I think that this is a type of player that the 49ers might target, and that's pass rusher, Boogie Basham, Carlos Basham, out of Wake Forest. He had 2.5 sacks last year, 4 tackles for loss. So I don't think that was a good year. It's almost like the exact same numbers that Solomon Thomas had for us, though, his first year, his rookie year. It just wasn't good. But they got that at 61. So it kind of puts things into perspective there when you look at that. Now, let's go, and this is what we're going to finish with today. Who are the best picks ever at pick 61? And I've got 4, okay? In 2001, Longhorn, baby. Longhorn, baby. I can't help it. I can't help it. Defensive tackle Shawn Rogers. That dude, 3 Pro Bowls, just was an absolute stud on the inside, just a 2-gap run stuffer. He was incredible. 2005, Vincent Jackson, man, RIP. Very, very tragic what happened with him and his passing. Breaks my heart. It was one of my favorite players to watch. He just seemed like such a good dude. He had 3 Pro Bowls, just big, strong, physical, just amazing player on the field. And again, man, just awful what happened to him and his family. 1983, this one I had to go back because the numbers stood out to me, but I didn't know him, 83. I was born 82, so I didn't get to really watch him. Cornerback Albert Lewis. 2 All-Pros, 4 Pro Bowls. He had 42 interceptions. Just a ball hawk, man. That was 1983. And then the absolute best player that's ever been drafted at pick 61. He's a Hall of Famer and was probably one of the first situations where I saw him in real life. I went to a game, and I think it was the Cowboys-Eagles game. I was in Dallas at the time, and it was Brian Dawkins, safety Brian Dawkins. It was one of the first times where I saw an NFL player. Like, everybody's out there warming up, and he didn't have pads on or anything. And, you walk down and you're trying to get autographs or whatever. I was there with some friends. And I just remember seeing him going, who the hell is that guy? He looked like a freaking superhero. Dude was so jacked, and his entire just warming up was intimidation. I was scared. And I just was like, okay, this is why 14-year-old John Chapman's not going to make it in the NFL. Like, I realized at that point, we're not the same. This dude was just physically imposing. It's burned into my brain still to this day. And the way that he played, probably couldn't play in the NFL today. He'd have to change his entire game because he just laid people out. 13 years with Philly, 37 interceptions, one of my favorite non-49ers players ever, and just absolute stud. Man, I love Brian. I get pumped, man. I get pumped just thinking about it. Dude was just a stud.
Just want to say thanks for watching and supporting the 49ers Rush podcast channel. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so in the middle of the screen now. And here are a few extra videos if you want to check that out for some more 49ers content. Just want to say thank you. And as always, stay strong, faithful.